yeah, this is absolutely insane. I'm just going to pull it up right now um, as I click by the first Republican debate. They are attempting to do the Fire Festival again. I don't know what I just clicked on here, but it was a mistake. Um, so it's the same guy. Bringing it up now.
McFarlane, I think his name is.
Yeah, not even Seth MacFarlane. It is so Billy McFarland, the Fyre Festival guy, is back. He's out of jail. This is absolutely insane. Get out of here, Jim Jordan. He did 7 months in solitary confinement where he says he came up with the Fyre Festival 2.0. I don't understand why. And there's nothing to this story at all, Eric. He got out of jail. He's going to try to do it in the same place in the Caribbean. He claims that he sold out all the tickets immediately. Lie. Conjecture here, say your honor. I can't prove that. But lie. I'm
Allegedly.
performing. Allegedly. I'm a performer, so I can perform, smoke a cigarette and everything. Says they sold out of the first round of tickets that were like $400 immediately. Just like a record company. Oh yeah, we sold 150,000 albums the first week. And he's just gonna. This guy admitted to fraud charges, went to jail, sold fake tickets. This is all stuff he confessed to. He pled guilty to.
And how did he end up in solitary?
Yeah, for 7 months. There's nobody who can, unless they're gonna go ask like the correctional facility and see if he's got records on it. Nobody's gonna fact check him on that. But you saw the documentary, right?
There was a couple. I saw one
Oh,
of them.
the
I think
Netflix one.
there was a Netflix and a Hulu, and one was like made by him,
Yeah.
one was like friendly to him, and one was not friendly to him. And I truly don't remember which one I watched.
So he tried to be like any publicity is good publicity, but at the end of the one that I saw that he's in, they just he's under investigation for all these charges, and then he just goes right back to like hucking stuff over the phone and on email marketing. Like this guy's got no shame, and now he's coming back. Fyre Festival 2.0, selling all the tickets. It's going to be awesome. Trust me this time, guys.
Wait,
I am a
so
good guy.
this is probably a dumb, stupid, dumb question, but nobody actually performed. All I remember is seeing the tents and the cheese sandwiches, but there
Yep.
was not one single performer. Nothing happened, and people just flew back home from the island. Like,
Right.
was there one speaker? Was there one amplifier? Was there one
Other
monitor?
than the lady who was serving the food, I don't think there was. And I even wrote it was actually filled with cheese sandwiches, flooded tents, and $26 million in losses. Somehow Ja Rule gets away scot free. And then they had a lawsuit where 277 people won $7,200 back. So, however, that probably covered their flights and lodgings and everything that they messed up on. But yeah, they had people running around with mattresses. The tents were first come first served. These luxury tents that got flooded. The famous pictures of the sandwich, cheese sandwiches, like it's Tom Green or something. Here's your cheese sandwich, and this guy just wants you to believe him. If you buy a Fyre Festival 2.0 ticket, you are absolutely insane. A convicted con man wants you to, buy tickets again. And he goes on this interview with TMZ to talk about it. And they don't even like question him at all. Harvey Levin is his name. And then old dreadlocks guy. They don't even ask him any tough questions, these TMZ guys. And I gotta say something about old dreadlocks guy. There's an old dreadlock guy at the gym too. He's got to be in
Oh,
his. He's got to be 50. His dreadlocks go down to his ankles. Just cut the dreadlocks, dude. It was cool maybe when you were 20 and you're like, hey, that's the guy with the really long dreadlocks. Now it's just sad. You don't wash your hair. It's okay for you to not have your hair as identity. It's like a blue haired Seattle woman who she goes into the coffee shop every day. Nobody knows who she is until she starts dyeing her hair purple and pink. And then she's got a bull piercing on her nose. And all of a sudden her name's Chandrine or something. And she's got a purpose in life. It's like that. Old dreadlock guys, cut them. And native guys too. I know that it's a native thing, but you got to cut the one strand of hair. There's a guy in the military, Eric, who had a native guy who had one chest hair, one single chest hair, and I threatened to pull it out on him once, and he freaked out. Oh my! He didn't say my honor. He's not. like a Chinese guy from the 1300s, but he said something regarding his honor, and if I did that, then he'd have to fight me. And I considered it. I considered fighting him to pull out the chest hair.
Not sure. Okay, well, that took a weird turn. I don't even
There's a video
talking.
of this guy, by the way, we can get to.
The TMZ. Okay, I know we're talking about Fyre Festival 2, and maybe this was answered. Maybe I'd have to rewatch the documentary. But when did he know? Because people made it to the island. The tents were flooded, or some of them were blowing around in the wind. Obviously, the world famous cheese sandwich. But when did he actually know? They have to answer that in one of the documentaries, right? Because if there was not one act that stepped on stage, when did he know, and how long were the people on the island? Again, sorry, I don't mean to harp on the old stuff, because now we're talking about Fyre Festival 2, obviously. And he's saying that a certain ticket tier was, sold out, which I just find a very hard time believing. I get it. There's a market for everything, right? Show feet, open bops, all that stuff. There's a market for everything. But who is there any new business, right? Like imagine how hard it must be to find a jury for a certain crime, right? Like where do you find people who know nothing about this? Like who is looking online? I guess maybe it was long enough ago that somebody who's 19 or 20 years old doesn't remember it happened 5 or 6 years ago, right? If they were 14 or 15 then, but how could you even get to click here to buy a ticket without realizing what happened a handful of years ago? How could it even be remotely possible?
I think, sadly, Eric, there can be nothing new. They're bringing back Fraser. He's 68 years old. Let him die, Dr. Fraser Crane, the character. He's long dead by now. He was so angry. But I think somehow Fyre Festival will be at least somewhat successful because it'll be a thing people can post about. There's not a lot of things anymore, Eric. There's not a lot of things you can do or say
so
that
it'll be ironic.
It'll be ironic posting that'll cost you $500 or so as opposed to a couple grand the first time. And be like, whoa, I'm at Fyre Festival too. And some musicians will take that approach too, I imagine. Maybe there'll be some Blink-182 was supposed to show up the first time. Maybe there'll be somebody like that. Maybe there'll be, vulgar female rapper 6.3 will be there talking about her butthole. Somebody's going to go to it. Some people are going to go to it. And some crappy influencers will go to it just to say that they were at Fyre Festival 2.0, which is going by FF2 now.
Okay, and just for the record, old black dreadlock guy. But he still has the dreads. I mean, I haven't seen TMZ in many years.
The dreads?
Is that? Look, let's not do the accent thing because you got plenty of weird pronunciations too. All right,
call me out on it when it happens.
like right there. Out. Tomorrow.
I don't believe.
Okay.
He still got the dreadlocks. I saw it earlier today.
Charles, it's like some sort of Cajun French last name. Charles is his name. So
out on the bayou.
Shout out old black dreadlock guy, aka Charles.
You want to watch this McFarland guy's video?
Yes, we do. Before we do that, I just want to say that Charles and Harvey, of course, are completely compromised establishment shills. So let's just get that out in front. Like they're the type of guys who they try to pretend like they're walking in the middle, but they're like, well, don't you see how someone could take offense to that? You know what I mean? They like
comes across as a tech guy who is being forced to do the presentation for the marketing team.
What's up, guys? This is a big day because as of right now, Fyre Festival 2 tickets are officially on sale. It has been the absolute wildest journey to get here, and it really all started during the 7th-month stint in solitary confinement.
What's up, YouTube? I'm here in my robe in front of a bush. I just got out of solitary. Buy my tickets, buy my merch.
I wrote out this 50-page plan of how it would take this overall interest and demand in Fyre, and how it would take my ability to bring people from around the world together to make the impossible happen, but how it would find the best partners in the world to allow me to be me while executing Fyre's vision to the highest level. In my first year, I partnered with one of the biggest and best TV companies.
Blah, blah, blah. Why didn't you just do that the first time? Why didn't you just execute a plan the first time, you dumbass?
It's lizard talk, bro. That's that's lizard speak. None of that is real. Like, look.
That might be a new catchphrase for you. Lizard speak.
Yeah,
It's classic.
Yeah, bro, that's what it is. And look, I don't want to. We're not gonna get too personal here, but I know the lizard talk, bro. All right, let's just leave it at that.
Turn it up, Jordan.